Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. That's right, I homeschool. I'm Mrs. T. It has been 2 months almost, maybe even more. I actually don't know exactly how long it's been, but it's been a hot second since I have posted a video, mostly because, as much as I enjoy posting on YouTube, life was just really busy. And I want to keep this very brief to kind of give you guys an update of where we are, because you guys, I have today off from work and I have time away from the kids, so I'm gonna go take my book I'm reading, just gonna start Fourth Wing. I'm gonna go take it to a local coffee shop and have a croissant and drink some coffee and just take some time for me. So I'm really excited for this. So I don't want to take too long, but ultimately, you guys, we've had in the last couple of months a lot of life changes and school changes, but we're still homeschooling and things are still going along pretty well. The biggest life changes which have affected the school are two things. One, I've gone back to full-time work. I still work from home, which is great, but I have moved from a part-time schedule to a full-time schedule, so that has changed availability and kind of has affected like my energy level when it comes to like homeschooling and home stuff, of course. And then also too, I had posted a video called like I Can't Juggle It All. I'll put a picture of it here and link it down below. And basically what it boiled down to is I was struggling with having work and kids at home at the same time. So we actually did have our kids start at a local daycare, and they're going there for 4 hours-ish a day, Monday through Friday. So they are going to a building now 20 hours a week, which is crazy. And honestly, I had a little bit of a crisis when I started this, because it was like, can I even call myself a homeschooling family? Can we call ourselves a homeschooling family? And I watched this video by Homeschoolology. I will link it down below. That just made me feel so much like better about our situation and empowered. And one of the things that she said in this video is that the glory or the joy of homeschool is that it is flexible both with where you homeschool your kids, but also when. And she specifically said, like, if you come home after full days of work and then you and your kids are working on school, that's still homeschool. And I was like, you know what? We are still going through our curriculum. We are still learning a lot. We're still very purposeful. We're going on field trips. We are just doing a lot. And to me, we're still homeschooling family. We might not be what a typical family looks like, but that's the joy of homeschool, is that it can be flexible and it should be flexible. So yes, I still am identifying as a homeschooling family. While he's in care, it's not school, it's not preschool. They do some like preschool activities, like they do some crafts and things like that, but mostly this place is very focused on group play and free play. I have my cat. This is Woozle. He's here today, being a pest. But basically, you guys, that is basically it for the schedule stuff. So how did that affect our curriculum? It absolutely did, like massively. So we had to cut back on how much curriculum we are doing every single day, but I've actually found that we have been very successful with the curriculum that we're still using. So very briefly, let's just talk about our subjects. We do math and phonics every day. Math, we are mostly still pulling only from critical learning, mathematical reasoning. We are on book 2. We're getting near the end of beginning level 2 right now. We're still loving it. My kid is learning so much from these books. It just resonates really well with his personality and his learning style. So that's been really great. We've pretty much put a pause on Schiller learning. That was our curriculum we thought was going to be our main curriculum for math. It's very manipulative heavy. I thought that'd be really great, and it still is, but it's too much setup. And so for our limited schedule, it's kind of hard to prepare for that. I haven't figured out a groove for Schiller yet. For phonics, we actually have added in a different curriculum, primarily because my husband actually, he was like, hey, I learned to read with Hooked on Phonics. Do they still do that? And it turns out they do. So we actually did also get the Hooked on Phonics program. I'll link it here, and I will be doing a little overview of the program. We didn't do the online access one, which has like a lot of like online games and stuff, but we did do like the books and the CDs or the DVDs and the workbooks and all that stuff. So flashcards. So it is a really cool program, and I'm actually doing that with both my toddler and my preschool. It is below my preschooler's level and is about like my toddler is starting to pick up a lot, but they love doing it together. So I found like, let's just feed on it together. So we do that, and we're still working through the Get Ready, Get Set, and Go for the Code, the primer series to Explode the Code. So we're on the second book, which is Get Ready for the Code. We're still moving along, just preschooler and I, and that's going well. I was really sad to see we had to put a hold on Alpha Phonics. It is a phonics program that I thought was going to be our primary one. I love it because it's no frills. There's nothing fancy about it. It just is what it is. But it actually turned out that that is exactly, like, the thing I love about it is the thing that really made my preschooler not even remotely interested. So we do some Alpha Phonics, but mostly that's with chalk outside, and he doesn't really realize that we're doing Alpha Phonics, but we have really pulled that back just because he wasn't really interested in it, and that's okay. I love the fact that it was just phonics and nothing else, but he wants like the written, and he wants like the colorful and the other fun stuff. So those are like our main pieces of curriculum. Like I said, we're doing math and phonics almost every single day. Everything else we are kind of pulling from as we see fit. We have been consistently also reading every single day. That hasn't changed. We read chapter books and we read picture books every single day. And we've actually have had some good success with the Build Your Library book. We are reading The Very, Very Far North right now. We're chugging along through there. We're really enjoying it. We might even pick up the second one before we continue reading through what this curriculum recommends. But that's been a good success. My kids love that one. We read it before nap time with my toddler, and it's been a really fun book to read. A thing that we actually discovered too that we are moving through are these, I'll put a picture here. They are from Mary Pope Osborne and Will Osborne. It's their Jack and Annie, their Magic Tree House, but they're nonfiction books that correspond to their fiction books. So we actually read the nonfiction for the dinosaurs. We're at the tail end of the Knights, and we have loved it. It has gotten us back into Jack and Annie. We're going to be doing our Mummy book next, like the fiction, and then we're going to be doing the corresponding nonfiction book as well. And I'm really excited because it has opened up so many conversations about both science and history that we weren't planning. It's not tied to a curriculum, but my kids love it. And both of my kids sit there for it. And it's been really fun. We found out in the Knights book, this is a side tangent, that back in medieval times, the dinner etiquette was very different. They didn't have forks, so they ate with their hands. And that was kind of expected. What I wasn't expecting, you guys, is they were explaining how people would throw scraps of food and spit on the floor, and at the end of a meal there was often like animals had gone to the bathroom, and I'm like, this is so gross. And they sometimes covered up the smell with flowers, and I'm like, oh, this is disgusting. But we had these really good conversations that actually talked a little bit, moved about our own etiquette, why that's not good, why that spreads germs, and it was really, really fun. So we actually had like this whole tangent kind of tied to how people used to eat back in the day. Okay, and then the other thing that I actually wanted to talk about is I am somebody who enjoys video games. So is my husband, and this is kind of a tangent, but we both really enjoy video games. It's something that we bonded over before we had kids, and after kids, we've really had to, you know, pull the brakes, put on the brakes a little bit on how much we play video games. It's just not very often anymore. And I decided in the time of technology that we really wanted to, I wanted to do some technology with my kids without it being like, here's a tablet, sit down and do something on your own. And we actually signed up for ABC Mouse, and my preschooler and I have been doing ABC Mouse. It's not every day, and it's not even every other day, but we sit down for about 10 or 15 minutes when we do it, and we've been going through ABC Mouse, which has been fun. He's really, really enjoying it. We signed up for the year for like $45, and my preschooler has been really enjoying it. We sit down together, we're doing it together on the computer, and it's been a good fit. It's been a really, really fun fit. We were looking for something like Reading Railroad, which is something that I had growing up, Reading Railway? I don't remember. Reading Rabbit. It was Reading Rabbit. That's what it was. Or Freddy Fish, something like that. But we decided for his age, this seemed to be a pretty good option. So it covers some math, covers some science, covers some very basic stuff. Okay, last thing. I forgot to mention, we also still are doing our Preschool Prodigies music lessons with Mr. Rob, and those are really successful. The kids are actually flying through. We've pretty much finished most of the bells videos for all of the levels. Hi. So we have finished most of them, and we basically rewatched them. They're doing really well, and Preschooler's picking up piano now, so he has been focusing on that. We have canceled our martial arts. We aren't doing that anymore. His interest kind of waned on that, and for the price per month, it just made sense to pause it, so we've paused martial arts. He just finished up swimming, so he's been doing great, you guys. He's getting his backstroke, so that's good. And we are looking now for how we can expand into exercise and socialization outside of like just going to the museum and the park and things like that. So, okay, that's it, you guys. I want to go to the coffee shop. That was just a little quick update. Like I said, it's been very busy and it's moving along. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your school is going smoothly, or if not smoothly, at least like there are some highlights and some silver linings and good points. So, all right, you guys, you have a wonderful day. I will be talking to you guys soon, and keep your eye out for more content as we finish some more of this curriculum. I've got some more flip throughs for you. All right, everyone, you have a good one. Bye-bye.